Hello there, it's Karen here from craftylittlemisk.co.uk, and I'm bringing you today a little video of me making some baby cards. I started these this morning, and as it turns out we've got a new royal baby born now this afternoon, and so congratulations to them. And so I've got two cards here. Obviously I didn't know that there was going to be a baby born today, so I've got one of each. So just anyway, it's a little boy, so you could send that one if you wanted to, but I'm keeping them anyway. So I'm going to make those today. So on this one I've used white, Whisper White, and on this one I've used the Very Vanilla as a background because that matches the colouring on the double-sided or designer series paper. I'm making another blue one. On the back of it is this beautiful gold foiling, so I'm going to have to do a card using that sometime. This actually is retiring, so unfortunately it won't be available for much longer, so I'm going to make the most of it while I've still got it. Like I said, I'm making the blue one today, and again the blue, the Soft Sky it's called, that's also retiring. So there are other colours to take its place, but this is the Soft Sky here, so I thought I'd give it one last hurrah before it got put away, mixed up with a new colour and also some new stamps. So the items all come from the Stampin' Up catalogue. This is the new one that starts on the 1st of June of this year. Can't show you what's inside it at the moment, but I can give you sneak peeks of some of the items as I get them. And the two sets I'm going to be featuring today are called Animal Outing, and that's this one. Oh, sorry, I've got the my phone plugged in, so it's a little bit wobbly every time I catch the cable. So yes, got this one, it's called Animal Outing, and this has got the cute little animals on there. It's ideal for babies because there's like a little welcome little one here, but also for couples because together we make a great pair. So we've got a cute little rhino, which I'm going to be using this time. I used the kangaroo on the other two. We've also got a cute little tree frog here, and the giraffe here is looking a bit snooty. Wild about you. So yeah, it's a lovely little set. It's the red rubber and beautiful etched, and they stamp a treat. Anyway, so that's one of them. And the other set I'm featuring is called Pick a Pennant. Both of these I got as free gifts when I went to On Stage, which is Stampin' Up's 6-monthly celebration where they get together. Everybody can get together, all the demonstrators around the world at their various locations. Obviously I'm in the UK, so I went to Telford, and they give you free gifts. You get to see demonstrations of all new products that are coming out. You get the new catalogue, which I've got now. You get messages from the Home Office over in America, the people who, the lovely people who own Stampin' Up, the company. And you get to swap things with the other demonstrators and meet up with people you haven't seen for a long time. And it's a lovely, lovely, fantastic weekend. Anyway, so these are the two of the items I got as little free gifts. So it's got two different kinds of pennants on here. Got the sharp, the triangular one, and also these lovely scalloped ones as well. And then what you can do is you can, if you don't want them plain, you can decorate them up with spots, stripes, checks, whatever, colour them in a deeper colour. You've got all the letters you need, numbers, bits and pieces just to make it look pretty. Anyway, so that's the sets we're using today. And I'm also going to be using another new product which is coming out in the new catalogue as well, and that's called the Stamparatus. Okay, so this is like a stamping platform that you can use. It's got hinged plates to it. There's also one that fits on here, but you can't use it at the same time because obviously it doesn't go down. But you can either have your hinge at the top, at the side. You can switch it all around if you're left-handed and do it from this side across. Okay, so great tool. I've introduced my dad to this, and because I mean, bless him, he's 83 and he's making all his own cards, and he saw this and I said to him, "Oh, go and have a go," and he said, "Oh no, I don't want to do stamping because I'll just shake it, I'll just shake if I land, and it won't go nice and it'll be blurred." So I got him to try it, and he loved it. So if you've got issues with your hands, if you can't grip things properly, if you've got a bit of a tremor going on, this is ideal. It means that you can do all your stamping and not have to worry about things getting smudged and moved about because it's just there. It won't go anywhere. Anyway, so I've just caught the cable again, beg your pardon. So I'm just going to steady that. So what we're going to do then is I'm just going to pop this underneath here to help support it. and I'm going to ink up the pennant, which I've already got ready, in the soft sky, the light blue. Okay, and no matter how hard I try, I always manage to get the blue onto the plate as well. So if that happens, just give it a little wipe. I've got some wipes off to one side. So bring it across, just gently press. You don't have to press too hard. I'm not going to get a great image in here because it's quite close to the edge here. But the beauty of this is, if you did that just with an ordinary block or a wood-mounted stamp, you'd never be able to match it up. But with this, because it's not moving anywhere, it's just going to go straight back to exactly where it went before. And you can just give it a little press, and hopefully, there we go. That's the image done. So I'll just give that a little bit of a wipe before I take it away. And then I'll bring in the other plate. So let's just take this one off and grab the other one. And I've just moved the camera again, haven't I? I'm so sorry. So just bring this one on ready. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to be using some of the letters. I've got them out already. And I'm going to be doing, oh, I've got to make sure it goes on the right way as well. So if you just place the letters where you want them. I'm just going to do baby boy again. Now these look pink because of the ink I used when I was making the pink one. The photopolymer, these clear ones here, they will stain, but it doesn't transfer. So if you've got some staining on there like I have, it won't come out pink. It will come out blue or whatever colour you're using. So I'm just going to do that. Now, unfortunately, it's only got 2 B's in it, and obviously I need 3. So I'm just going to do a baby oi, and then do the last B separately on its own. So once you've got those positioned, they are a little sticky. Once you've got those positioned where you want them, bring your hinge over, just gently press down, and it should pick them up. And just press it down. These magnets are wonderful. If you get one of these, don't let them go near each other though, because they will attract, and you'll never get them apart because they're very, very strong. Okay, so we're finished with the soft sky now, so I can close that and pop off to one side. Now I'm going to be using one of the lovely new in colours that starts this year and runs for 2 years, and this is Blueberry Bushel. And also, one last thing, the old stamp pads used to come out like that, but the new ones, they've decided to make it a little easier. They act like compacts, so they're a little stiff, but they open up and then just slide back into place. And like I said, it's a bit stiff because it's brand new. I'm just going to get a little birthday candle just to run down the edges there, just to loosen it up a bit. So I don't know if you can see that, I've just made a splodge with the ink. Like I said, no matter how hard I try, I cannot do it flat. I should get the little ones. So we're just going to come across, and we're just going to very gently press it down and bring it back, and there we are. It's beautiful, isn't it? And just give those a little rub now, because I'm going to take away all of them except for that 1 B and go back and do it. So we can't have baby oi on the card, can we? So I think I'll just stick those to the case for the minute so I don't lose them, because they are tiny. Okay, and then we're just going to reposition the last little B there. There we are. Bring the hinge over again. Little tiny tap with the ink pad, and then there we are. So it's all done. So I'll just close that now. That's it. Give that a little wipe so that it doesn't stain too much. Okay, so now I'm going to move these away, and I'm left with the card. Just going to pop that over the back there for now. Alright, so let's move this out of the way as well, because I don't need that anymore. Okay, now these actually come with dies, so you can cut out the pennant as well. But because I haven't got that yet, because I got the free stamp, I didn't get the free, got my inky fingers, I didn't get the dies free as well. I'm going to be buying those when I can get them from the catalogue. So what I've actually done is I've prepared one earlier, just cut it out by hand, just to save a little bit of time. Okay, so we've got that. And we've got my card base and the beautiful paper. Inside I've got a piece of another piece of Whisper White ready to stamp on as well. So we'll do that in a second. But first of all, we're going to stamp up our image. Okay, so like I said, I'm using the rhino from this set here. So this lovely little rhino, and rhinos obviously are traditionally grey or brown or whatever, but I'm going to do it blue just because I don't have grey. I could do it brown I suppose, but I'd like to do it grey, but I don't have the pens for that. So I'm going to be using my Memento black this time, and just touch down like that. Here we go. Isn't he lovely? Just give a little wipe to get rid of the worst of the ink. Okay, now I'm going to be using my stamping blends. Now these pens are glorious. They are double-ended. You've got a fine tip at one end and a brush tip at the other, and they come in a range of colours, and they're fantastic for colouring in things like this, like the stamp like this. They don't leave any lines. You know, sometimes when you're drawing, if you use felt tips, you just sort of like be colouring something in, but you get like streaks in it, don't you? You don't get that with these. They actually do what they say, they blend. So I've got pink out. I've just realised from the pink card. I need to get my blue ones. So they need to be stored sort of flat rather than on end. So I've got my blue ones here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with, I've got the soft sky to match the card and the paper and the ink, and I'm going to be using the brush tip end, and I'm going to make sure that's completely dry. That's it, like that. And then just colour them in ever so quickly. Because it's the brush tip end, you can colour a bigger area. I can't talk and colour at the same time, I'm afraid. So I think the little bird I might do, I think I've got a red in my case, I might do that red. So just very roughly to start off with. And then I'm going to use the fine tip end, and I'm just going to highlight some of the shadowy areas that are showing on the stamp here. Maybe follow the lines as well. And I might be disturbed in just a moment. I've just seen my husband has arrived home from work. So if so, I'll just pause the video, send him on his way. I've got a sign on the door saying don't come in. Okay, I think that'll do. A little bit around there. Okay, so and I'm going to go back to the lighter one, and I'm just going to go over it again, which will help blend those darker pieces in a bit more. Maybe not on his face, maybe just on his body. There we go. Maybe on his horn there. Lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to use the green. Again, I used the brown when I did the little koala in the pouch there, but obviously I don't need it on this one. So let me just get the... I'll start off with this fine tip end, I think, and just do a little bit of the... colour that bit in like that. And then I'm just going to just sort of bring it out a little bit as well. So you'll see that will dry off beautifully without any lines and streaks. And I'm just going to see what colour should I do that bird. Oh, I know, I'm going to do it rich raspberry, which is this one here. I'm going to use the lighter one. So like this. There we go. And I do have a yellow for the beak as well. There we go. So it's all done. Let's move all my pens out of the way. Okay, my next job now is to cut this out. No, it's not. I just want to add, I might just change that up actually. I've got hearts. I'm so sorry, I keep bashing the camera, don't I? I've got hearts on the other two. I think on these two I might just make it little stars. So I'll just put the hearts away in there again and bring out the little stars. I'll put one each on my little blocks there, which looks suspiciously like I didn't clean them last time. And I'll bring back in the soft sky for this. Okay, so I'm just going to do a few little blocked stars first of all. that, and then come back with the little hollow stars. I think that will do. Maybe one more around here. That's it, that'll do. I'll clean those properly later. Okay, let's just close that off. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is, I'm just going to chop the piece of this off actually. I'm going to get my big shot out. Now, I need some of the blue card. Have I got any out left over? I don't. Let's just get some of my blue, my soft sky out. That should be enough, I think. Okay, and my big shot. Okay, we're going to be doing some die cutting now to do some frames, and I haven't checked to see if the frames are going to be the right size, which, oh, they are. That's lovely. Phew. Okay. How are we doing for, that's it. So let's move that way so you can see what I'm doing. Right. Okay, so I'm going to do use a square frame. So I'm just going to place that down on there like that. It'll probably cut off some of those little stars, but it doesn't matter. And then a piece of the blue. Let me just cut a piece off because I don't need all of this. That's it. And the blue over here. And then put my plate back on. Okay, and then just run it through. The clicking you can hear, or the cracking, is the frame going through. It doesn't hurt the big shot, it doesn't hurt the plates, doesn't hurt the dies. It just shows that it's going through and actually cutting. So let's get rid of that. Get that out of the way, we don't need that anymore. Okay, so I've chosen to use a scalloped edge around the back and a stitched edge around here. So there we go, you can just about see that stitching on there. And I'm just going to quickly glue that up. Oh, if you get the stamping blends, when you're colouring, make sure you've got a pad underneath because it does bleed through a little bit. I'd hate for you to ruin your work surfaces. Okay, so let's pop that on there real quick. There we go. The wet glue means you've got a little bit of wiggle room there. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Alright, so let's get this onto the card base. This is not a Stampin' Up card base. I've just got some old cardstock I want to use up. Okay, there we go. And then I think we'll mount this up on dimensionals, which are aware. I move them. There they are. Well, that's the mini ones. Oh, there they are. Okay, so we're going to put big ones on here. Oops. Just put one in each corner and one in the middle. And then on the pennant, I'm going to, I'll have to use a, find it. I've got so much stuff on my table. Here we go. I've got to use a piercing tool just to, because my fingers are so big, I won't be able to pick them up properly. And maybe just every other one if there's the right number. There's not. In that case, I'll do every one, and that way it won't bend in the middle, will it? Okay, that's those. So let's pop this on here first. So just take these off. That's what you could do with having slightly longer fingernails. Okay, so I'm just going to mount this up. Make sure it's fine. That's it. Just going to mount this up on here like that, and then these ones, I'll take these off. Got them all, yeah. And then I'm just going to do that across, drape it across like I did with the other ones, like that. That little mark there. And then just very carefully chop off the ends, like so. There we are. Okay, there's that card almost done. Just got to do that last little piece. And I've got that already mounted up. Just going to keep with the hello, welcome little one. Just stamp that up with my black. Pop it roughly in the middle, make sure my card's straight. There we go. Beautiful. Right, let's get that in. What I could do actually, before I do, I might just add a few more of those little stars. Just bring over the blue again. Just to jazz it up in the inside. That'll do. Okie dokie. Oh, I need the glue. Put the ink away. Okay, so let's get some glue on here. Okay. Bring the card back. Oops, Daisy, I've just got glue on my fingers. Pop it in. Glue on my fingers. I'll rub that off in a moment with a an ordinary eraser or rubber, pencil rubber. Actually takes off the glue. It's really great when it's the wet glue. Yeah, there we go. So there we are. Just move everything out the way and bring my other two cards back. So there we go. So beautiful little cards here to celebrate the birth of a new royal baby. Maybe not the pink one. So there we go. So I shall pop these in my stash and wait for somebody I know to have a baby, or gift them to somebody. Maybe my daughter, one of her friends will have a baby, and she'll be saying to me, "Mum, you got any baby cards?" And I could say, "Yes, I have now." Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will give you some more sneak peeks of some of the goodies coming soon in the catalogue next week. And in the meantime, if you liked what you saw and you'd like to see more, and you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you'll be able to see other things that I make. And I'm only a hobby demonstrator. I don't do this to make money out of it. I just love what I do, and I love sharing what I do. And yeah, so there we go. So yes, please do subscribe, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye.